you please come to Chicago just to sing? In a land that's known as freedom, how can such a thing be fair? Won't you please come to Chicago for the help that we can bring?
What's going on, everybody? It's Mark, the Knucklehead Naturalist. I'm back at it again. I'm out here on the prairie, a very special prairie. This is the Schulenberg Prairie over at the Morton Arboretum in Lisle. This is one of the largest planted prairies in the world, actually. There are several in Wisconsin that precede this. This was all farmland that the Morton Arboretum had acquired in the late 50s. And the director of the Arboretum at the time, Clarence Gottschalk, turned to the legendary Ray Schulenberg to be curator of native plants. How cool is that, right? So Ray was put to task to go traipsing within 50 miles of the Arboretum to kind of find those little undisturbed pockets of natural areas, determine what is a rare, high-quality native plant and collect the seed and propagate it, and then come back and plant it. He started with that original acre. He planted and seeded this prairie on his hands and knees, and inadvertently innovated, trailblazed, and changed the game, innovated the techniques that we use today in prairie and ecological restoration. So a humongous tip of the cap to the great Ray Schulenberg and everybody else at the time that were kind of involved in this. You know, obviously over many years and decades, it has been stewarded, attended to, and has become what it is today. One of the most beautiful, biodiverse, healthy prairie ecosystem. I'm telling you, man, I could stand out here and just kind of immerse myself in just this part of the prairie. We are in kind of a more upland, drier site, more well-drained soil that lends itself well to this particular plant community that's in this area, which differs from, what's down there in the more savanna-esque area. This is what they referred to as the acre, the original acre that Ray had planted out here. And it just, it's enchanted, man, for sure. I'm almost like overwhelmed, man. Sensory overload. It's incredible. The amount of diversity in this original acre that Ray planted is absolutely incredible. You got tall coreopsis, you've got Andropogon gerardii, big blue stem, Schizachyrium scoparium, little blue stem. You've got Parthenium integrifolium, wild quinine that looks amazing with its spent seed heads. You've got one of the indigos. This is one of the baptisias, one of our native nitrogen fixers here. A beautiful compass plant with its deeply cut ornate leaves. The one that Aldo Leopold wrote about, Echinacea pallida or pallida, however you want to say that. That's the pale purple coneflower. The black seed heads look absolutely extravagant, intermingled throughout here. You've got a liatris that looks like Liatris baccata. This is Euringium yuccifolium, the wonderful rattlesnake master with its incredibly unique and amazing blooms, right? Those ones have gone to seed already. This looks like a spent seed head from oh God, yeah. I'll tell you what, that's gray-headed coneflower. Also sometimes, again, commonly called yellow coneflower, and that's where the common names become a problem. You might not know what plant someone's talking about, but it's Ratibida pinnata. Gray-headed coneflower is what I call it. It has the most incredible scent, man. That's aromatherapy out on the prairie for sure. Oh God, yeah. It's hyping me up, man. Oh my God, dude. This is just like a living floral arrangement that you couldn't possibly get anywhere else. Look at that, dude. This stuff's starting to kind of get head high up to me. I'm kind of immersed in this. It's a beautiful thing. The elevation is considerably lower, substantially lower. So obviously the vegetation is going to be different. It's going to be super dense. This here you have the mighty prairie dock, another great Silphium. Silphium terebintinaceum. Again, we've talked about these plants ad nauseum. Look at that thing. That's what? I don't know, man. 12 feet tall, maybe, something like that. And you see that kind of shooting throughout the whole prairie. Typically, like in the midsummer, you really see those kind of shooting up toward the sky, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one, the only, the most passionate prairie advocate known to man, blogger, author, prairie steward extraordinaire, none more passionate for prairie than Cindy Crosby. Okay? So let's geek out over some plants. Symphyotrichum novae angliae. That's a good one, man, right?
Sounds good to me.
I love saying that. I'm going to say it again. Symphyotrichum novae angliae. That's hyphenated. This is New England aster. Hey, all you people that love to put mums in your front yard, you should plant some of these instead. This is our native aster, providing an incredible amount of late season nutrition as a little bug goes up there and flies right in there. What is that? That's a little hoverfly. That's not a mosquito. Look at, I'm capturing it right now. Is he gonna fly away? Wow. Cool. The colors on the prairie around now and even into winter are absolutely incredible. Just cock your head over to the roadside and you'll see some amazing transformative colors as well, like the leaves of prairie dock here. And then they sometimes go black and they get these amazing polka dots on them.
Yeah, if you were out on the July prairie and it was hot, you would take one of these leaves like Mark just did and you'd stick it on your head. You'd tie a piece of prairie grass around it and it would make a really good hat and that would keep you cool. Those leaves are really nice and cool too if you put your hands on them. If you want to grow something in your yard that has a good story, big blue stem is definitely that grass. Not only is it our state grass, but it was the ice cream of the prairie. That's the one that the farmers said the horses and cows would love to eat, just like ice cream. So I think, Mark, your favorite story was that it was used as knitting needles. And if you look at those stems, I mean, look at that. You can't really tell what gauge it is, so you're going to have to be a little relaxed about that, but isn't that's so beautiful. I have tried them as knitting needles and they work perfectly fine. Yeah. Beautiful plant, and yes, it only gets more beautiful as autumn progresses. So
this is one of my favorites. I say that about every grass. This is one of my favorites, but so apparently I love all of our grasses. This one here is Indian grass, Sorghastrum nutans. It has the most satisfying, amazing, absolutely sublime color to this seed head, to this inflorescence, if you will. I call it honey colored. You know, there's a couple of different tones going on in there, but it's absolutely amazing. One of my favorite things is when you have the sun in the background and it kind of goes through that beautiful honey colored seed head. It's just amazing. You know, you can get lost in that.
That's the thing, Mark. All these plants have these great stories, and that's what I love about the prairie is every single plant out here could tell you a story. You know, once you start hearing these stories, learning these stories from the plants, you just want to keep going.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And that's why it's so fun to plant them in your yard, because your garden tells a story, your yard tells a story, and you can share these stories with other people. I love that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow.
I have a great memory of cream gentian, and that's with Russell Kurt. I always remember he gave me some gentian seeds, and he said, Cindy, you must plant these right away. He said they will not be good if you hold on to them.
Okay.
And I've thought of that a lot, because there's so many things, you know, we want to put off or maybe not do or hold on to. And I thought, no, you should go ahead and spend it. Go ahead and, you know, get it out there. Not just prairie seeds, but everything.
Right. Why wait?
And, yeah, don't wait. You don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow. Just go ahead and get those things planted and see what comes up.
One of the cool things about the gentians is that they're just kind of, hidden in there. Like when you kind of poke your head around and you see it, you're like, oh, there you go. That's what I like about some of the smaller plants,
Symphyotrichum
ericoides. Yeah, that one I remember, the heath
They just
aster.
have such dainty little leaves. I just think that's such a beautiful sign of autumn.
Got big blue stem swaying in the wind, and you've got little blue stem just kind of dancing. A very intricate choreographed dance here in the wind as well.
So fall and winter, you get that great color.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do better than this, right? Little blue stem. And look how pretty those seeds are. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about it. When they catch the light, absolutely gorgeous. But it's always changing. It's always transforming itself, which is, again, kind of inspirational, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
Like, wherever you are today doesn't mean you have to be there tomorrow. The prairie is a good teacher for that.
Look at me, huh? I'm in 1805 right now, okay? That's just a random year that I picked, and I love to pretend that that doesn't exist over there, those cars, and me driving my car to work. But right here, look at that.
Hard to believe that it only took 80 years for 22 million acres of tallgrass prairie to disappear in Illinois. It was pretty much one generation. And the reasons for that, I mean, you've got development coming in, right? People have to have a place to live. The suppression of fire. Native Americans managed the prairie with fire, for many thousands of years. And then the John Deere plow. Once he figured out how to turn over those thick prairie roots, once he figured out how to get that sticky soil to slide off of a plow, that back-breaking work that was so difficult for those early farm families became a lot easier. It changed everything, but we really didn't understand. We saw the benefits, but we really didn't know what we were losing along the way, and I think we've recognized now what we lost, and we're trying to atone for that, or if you want a different word, we're trying to think about restoration and also, saving and conserving those areas that could have been lost. Again, the Illinois Nature Preserves, I see the good work that they did in the 80s especially, and I'm just so amazed because I think this wouldn't have been here.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
So many good people. Ray Schulenberg, Jerry Wilhelm, Bob Betts, and some May Watts, bringing it to the attention of people. So many good people.
Cindy Crosby. This is the landscape of home. This is us. This is who we are. These are our native plants. It's a part of us. It's the story of us. Get out here. Get blown away by this stuff. Just like this snake root, the plant that killed Abraham Lincoln's mom. Do the research. Walking through here, my mind is clear. I feel good. Now I could go carry on with the rest of my day, man. This is my day off, right? I get one day off a week. And we are on that grind. We are on that grind. Work, kids, life, family, worries. But there's always going to be that stuff, man. You got to take some time for yourself. You got to take some time to decompress. Take some time to reconnect with nature. We kind of have this thing where it's two separate entities. We're over here doing our thing. Nature's over there. Keep nature over there. Keep it at bay. I'm scared of spiders. I'm scared of coyotes. The coyotes are going to eat my kids. They're going to eat the cats. The bees are going to sting me. Wasps. They just sound. We've been conditioned to kind of fear the wasps, man. Wasps are freaking incredible. Yeah, sure. You aggravate one, they might sting you. Great. You probably deserved it, you bastard. Get out here and reconnect with nature.
Mary Oliver, pay attention. Be astonished. Tell about it. We learn about it, but it's not enough just to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Share it with people. The poet Mary Oliver, the late poet, said, paying attention, this is our endless and proper work. I thank all of you for paying attention to this beautiful place called the Tallgrass Prairie, our landscape of home. It just smells.
It's a beautiful world we live in.
Sporobolus, Sparabolus, Heteropsilus, Heterolopsilus. That's the best I could do on that one.
Makes me want to say, it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful